Alright, hello everybody. This is Undoing episode 2. Go, time to get to it. Episode's called The Missing. And it's the last episode. Alana was murdered. I don't know why, which is what the whole story's gonna be about. Grace. Well, I guess everyone just found out, and everyone's kind of going crazy right now. She keeps trying to call the husband to tell him what's going on. Detectives, Espinosa or whatever, came around, the other guy, to talk to them. And she was looking suspicious, even though she didn't do it, right? But the way she walks around makes me feel like she knows more than she. I think because she feels she might know more than she does. I think that's why she's a little bit jumpy, because I think she feels like it's like I don't know. It's like you feel like maybe she's just nervous on cops, but I think she may think that she knows more that she's giving. Like the kiss, you know what I mean? It's like she's already got secrets. She's holding back and stuff like that. So when they even mention anything about her, I think it makes her jumpy. But anyway, she tries to call the husband again. And after cops came to her house, they talked to him, they leave. She goes to her room, and then she finds a phone inside the drawer. The husband, she was trying to call the husband, and the phone is in the drawer. The husband didn't bring his phone with him on purpose, no doubt, has to be. She realizes she doesn't know where the husband is. She only vaguely knew that he was at some kind of hotel room, but we don't know. And this is so unlike Jonathan to do that, obviously based on her reaction. Also, the way she talks about him, that if he knows something, I would know something, that kind of thing. So they have a very close relationship, and it doesn't seem to be, he would never lie to her, or doesn't seem like it, or keep something from her. So what's going on? We have no idea. This is out of character, completely out of character for him. And he conveniently left the day that Lana dies. She died in her studio or whatever. And the son found her. That was horrible. So what the hell's going on though? It's very intriguing. I'm trying to figure out why the husband is acting so out of character and ends up leaving the same day that Alana died. It can't be a coincidence, right? It could be. It could be, but after watching True Detective, it could be just a coincidence, but we don't know. And we're gonna find out right now. Let's do it. It's a haunting
Stars shining bright, find you. Sweet dreams that leave all worries behind.
I didn't see that before.
But in your dreams, whatever.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Oh, it starts immediately after the last one.
Did you hear from Dad today at all?
No,
Henry,
since this
right?
morning when he left.
He came into your room, he said goodbye, maybe told you that he loved you, and then he left?
What's going on?
Seems weird. He doesn't usually do that.
Nothing, honey. I'm just...
Nothing. It's nothing.
That's what you always say when it's something.
Victim dead in her blood-strewn art
It's all
studio
over the news
this morning.
today.
Cause of death hasn't been confirmed.
Hey.
Are you seeing this? It's all over.
Over here.
You know what? I've got Amanda on the other
My
line.
gosh, is that like her room or something? Jesus, she's got like a corner office. She's like, what, 10? How do you get there, man? I love how they have the same color hair.
Then how is he gonna communicate with you?
What is it that they say Jonathan's
Or
color?
maybe
though?
he's on the plane.
It's only been a day.
Just don't worry.
He's flying back to us.
Oh! It's too early, man.
Hello?
What the hell? What is that? She put that stuff on really efficiently. Okay, that's not a shotgun. Ooh, well, you don't wait. How do we know that? How do we know that's what happened? Was she seeing that? Was she seeing that, or was she just imagining it, or are we just seeing two things cut together? Does she know what happened? Was she there? Someone beat her to death with like a hammer or some kind of, it's like a mallet or something.
Did you guys hear? The husband suddenly just
Jolene.
turned himself in.
What?
Turns out that I actually met him once.
Well, I haven't heard anything about him turning himself in.
I wonder if this is connected to what happened at the benefit.
Espinosa.
Columbia cartels these days. I have to go, so
Nope. It's not him.
Have you heard from Jonathan?
I haven't.
Well, he went to Cleveland and he did.
What was that reaction?
I
He
really
lied.
can't talk.
The conference.
Why did he
What do you
lie?
mean you can't talk? Can't talk about what?
I'm really late for a meeting.
Stuart,
I
please.
cannot talk. I am constrained. There are strict terms.
Strict terms.
What the hell? What the hell's going on? Strict terms what? You can't tell what a husband is? That's really weird. It's like he's, it looked like he was like, I want to get shot if I see him. You should have pursued it. Go talk to the rest of them. Find out what the hell's going on.
We're gonna be late for Grandpa.
Oh, John Sullivan. What's his name? Frank? I think it was Frank. Frank.
Hi, Henry.
Hi, Grandpa.
Emma's made some penne marinara, especially for you.
This doesn't make any
Yeah,
sense.
exactly.
I'm having
Did
a
you see
hard
that
time
the-
functioning right now.
But you have to. You have a son to look after.
There are two police officers waiting for you
Oh
in the
no.
lobby.
I see.
Espinosa
no,
then
Dad,
showed up.
I will take care of it.
He kind of got up real quick. We need so many cameras for multiple angles, huh?
Of course not.
Because I told you, as far as I know, he is at a medical conference.
Your husband has not worked
What?
at Price Norbury Memorial Hospital for a long time.
What? Oh shit. Maybe he was discharged on it. Maybe that's
You
why.
didn't know this?
Oh, she's freaking out now. What?
3 months ago.
3 months ago. What has he been doing for 3 months? I don't know if I want to know. Maybe that's what she's
Yesterday
thinking.
we obtained the records from Price Norbury Memorial Hospital. I can tell you the
It's
name
private.
of the
It's
patient.
private. I don't want to know. I don't want to know the patient.
Your husband's patient
Elena.
was Miguel Alves. Miguel's mother, Elena Alves.
Oh shit.
Don't protect him. Wherever
Trying to elicit incriminating responses from me in a grossly custodial setting. So you either read me my Miranda rights right now, or tell me I'm free to go.
Oh, life just changed in the process of a day. So not only does she don't know who he is, but he wasn't at a conference. He doesn't even work at the hospital anymore. It's been like 3 months, and he may have had some kind of illicit with the mother of one of his patients, which is Elena, who is dead now. Start investigating. If he hasn't been working there for 3 months, then what's he been doing in his office, right? Exactly. That's where I would go too. That doesn't fit his attire, I'm guessing. Oh, it's not if it's a ladies thing, right? A gift? Oh no. Does it smell like her?
Wow, can't believe she dropped in the car. This is.
Indeed. It's quite something. Henry, why don't you head up to class? Huh? Grace.
right.
I don't think you should be here.
Yeah.
What?
You gotta leave.
I think for the good of everyone, you don't need to be here. I have spoken to all of them. He's a Reardon student, and I take that very seriously.
You're really doing this to me?
My advice to you is you send someone else to pick him up this afternoon.
Grace,
Sylvia.
I have a cab. Come on.
Tell me. It's
Not good.
Just water, please, and some privacy.
Jonathan hired you?
For
As
what?
his lawyer. I told him that employment law wasn't my expertise, but he insisted.
A few months ago.
He signed
3
a
months
document
ago?
hiring me to formally represent him.
So she knew.
So why didn't you tell me?
I didn't know. Grace, it was privileged. It's still privileged.
What happened?
He called a week later to say the accusations were dropped. I'm sorry, Grace. I am. I'm really sorry.
Supposed to be innocent until proven guilty, but guilty until proven innocent, really. And she is guilty by association, though. And they don't even know if anything is real, you know? We just jump to conclusions.
I could be wrong, but I think that you want to help us.
Yeah.
I think that at this point, you're more angry at him than you are at us. Situation one too many times. Husbands who have kept their wives in the dark about a lot of things. We need the hairbrush for DNA. For a couple of reasons. Crime scene,
What?
paternity.
Oh.
They have a baby.
Oh.
Mr. Alves is demanding a paternity test.
I didn't even think about that. You don't usually see, I feel like, from this point of view. Usually you see from the cop's point of view. Or the murderers. But to show it from her point of view, she's spiraling out of control. Her life spirals out of control is fascinating and heartbreaking. Well, yeah, that shows you that everything you saw of the husband at work, that was in her head. Because she has a very vivid imagination. She saw her husband as ideal doctor and everything. She didn't actually know that, but she never investigated the reality. She was living in a dream.
Mom.
Oh, Henry, come on, I'm trying.
By running away. That's bullshit, Mom. There's no hiding.
It doesn't solve anything, but it's saying, oh, what the hell is that? What's going on? Smash that damn picture. Oh man. She keeps thinking someone's gonna sneak up on her. That's not the son.
Don't scream! Don't scream!
What the hell? What the hell?
I didn't do it. I didn't kill her.
Whoa. Oh shit.
Grace,
Get your fucking hands off me,
Grace.
or I will scream.
You won't. But Henry needs to know that his father's not a murderer. He's got to believe in me. I had an affair. She became obsessed. When I heard she'd got herself on your auction committee and then joined your gym, I was scared. I went to a bar to collect myself, then I went back to confront her again, and she was fucking dead.
You crawled into our bed, and I held you. And we made love, Jonathan. We made love.
Woman, I lost myself. She got hold of me. I didn't kill her. I did not.
Dad.
Come here. Come here.
My name is Grace Frazier. My husband has just broken in. He's a fugitive. He's wanted for murder.
Oh no, don't stop there. What the hell's happening? Ah. Oh my god, that was so intense. Okay, show is getting intense and it's only the second episode. Oh, we watched as Grace's life spiraled out of control. She's everything she thought she knew wasn't what it was. And you can tell, you know, she had a routine, right? She liked that routine. She was comfortable with it. She put on her face in the morning, and then she goes to work, and then she comes home, picks up the kid or whatever, right? And she's a husband. She makes dinner, whatever. She was good at doing all that stuff. She liked being a comfortable, you know. She liked the family lifestyle, and she was good with that. She comes off as a really reserved lady. You know, she's not very good at. She doesn't usually like show a lot of emotion. She's very controlled. She likes reserved and controlledness and expected, right? Routine. She likes the expected, but then this whole thing happens and she doesn't know what to do. She's never really had to. I don't think she's used to being the one who has to actually make the decisions. I think that Jonathan pretty much took care of all that stuff, and suddenly he's not the person she thought he was, and she's not, you know, he's not the. He's you know. He's nothing at all what she thought he was. Everything's a big lie and everything. And the fact that he looked so content and happy, and they were good. And it turns out that he's been lying to her for the whole freaking 3 months at least 3 months. No, longer than that, because they had an affair before that. 3 months ago was the hearing. Huh. So how long has he been lying to her? What the hell, man? He seemed like he was happy and that they were happy, and turns out none of it's real. I think they did a really good job of making you feel like her, because I usually don't, you usually don't see Not really. You do, but not in the way this show is doing it, right? Is usually you're following, I don't know, either the detective's perspective, or you're following maybe the person who they think did it, and that person is trying to escape or trying to prove their innocence. But you really see it from the point of view of an innocent victim of the situation, but it's simply, you really see it from like the wife or the spouse of the one who did it, or the one they think did it, right? They think he did it, but we're not seeing. We're seeing it through. Usually we'll see it through Jonathan's point of view or the cop, but we're seeing it from her point of view, as the wife. That's really cool. You usually don't see the spouse or the girlfriend or boyfriend of the person and how they have to deal with it, because usually that's not the story that's the most interesting. But it really works here, as you see this lady who has, so far as we know anyway, I leave nothing on the table. I still reserve judgment. I don't know what's going on just yet. Everything could be a red herring. That's what I assume. Everyone's lying, so she could be involved, but I don't know. But right now it looks like, she's just a regular person. She was married to this guy, she was a spouse, and we're seeing it from her point of view as she ends up suffering for his actions. The things he did, we see her going through what she goes through, and you realize, man, it must suck to be, because it sucks to be her. What's so terrible about it as well, so scary, is that it could happen to anybody, right? Do you really know the person you're sleeping with in bed next to you, the one you married or whatever? What if it turns out that they are a killer? Because they're never going to say that, right? They're trying to hide it. And maybe they're a really good liar. Or they will force themselves to be a good liar because the alternative is you finding out or whatever. And then they end up killing somebody that gets them in trouble. And suddenly you are public enemy number one for nothing. You didn't do anything. You're being your good self, your good person. You're doing what you're doing, and yet suddenly you are on everyone's radar as like something evil. Ooh, don't look at her. She's, I don't know. For whatever reason, just because she's associated with a killer, suddenly she's evil. She's untouchable. She's an untouchable. Get her out of here. She's less than trash. Wow, for nothing, right? For nothing. She didn't do anything, and I guess it's like, oh, you supported his behavior or something like that. I don't know. But you see this happen. That shit happens. People just suddenly mark you as evil because you're associated with something else that's evil, even though you might have been innocent. Maybe you didn't know anything. Like, she didn't know anything that's going on, but suddenly all her friends, all she thought were her friends, all these people, except for maybe Sylvia, but everybody else was like, oh, you thought they were your friends. Well, then suddenly you're the gossip now, and now you're untouchable. But I'm not surprised actually. All those girls look like they would betray anybody at the drop of the hat. They look very unloyal, very unloyal. I don't like any of those girls. I did not trust any of them. Sylvia seems like she might be okay, maybe, unless she's part of it. Right now, though, she seems like she's on the level. But you see how someone's life can be upturned. I'm glad the police are starting to come to her side of things, because this is exactly what it is, right? Exactly what Espinosa said. She's just an innocent victim who is in the middle of all this shit, and she's taking the shit. She's taking the blunt of the situation that's the husband's, but it's coming down on her right now. Her whole freaking life upended for no reason, because of some discretion that the other guy did. But okay. It turns out he's there. He came back and all that. And he was waiting for his chance to pounce, because he didn't want her to get scared and scream and get him in trouble. So he got him on the porch. And he told her what happened. Interesting, because I almost thought this would be the whole show. I thought that he would be in the first episode, maybe he doesn't show up to the end or something like that, and you spend the rest of the season wondering what happened. But no, they twisted it up. He comes back into it, because that would have been fine. He was really good at. He had such a strong personality in that first episode that if he went missing, the whole show would feel it for the rest of the season. But either way, it still works, because his personality was so likable and so strong that for him to just throw this thing into you all of a sudden, makes you feel like her, right? He's like such a great guy. So like she said, warm and caring. For it all to be fake, right? It was all in her head. That means the girl was in her head too. What she thought was the girl dying, what the girl, died and all that stuff. That was in her head, because she imagines things so well. She can see in her head, but not everything she sees in her head is what actually happened. So he admits to the affair. I was hoping that it would be something else, but no. He was having an affair with the lady because, well, he fell in love with her. He just fell into her, whatever. He was the doctor, the patient was the son, and he ended up falling for Elena. They having an affair and all that. And then one day something happens. He was saying he had to go somewhere. He had to go to the Cleveland thing, but actually he was going to see her, I think. But she ends up dead, and he doesn't know what to do. He panics and he runs off. So that means he probably never left the city. That's what I assume. He left his phone. Why? Because he wanted to make sure he was unreachable, I guess. I don't know. But he found her dead. Here's what he says, and he ran away. It does work. It does work. He might be telling the truth, because he admits to the affair. You know what I mean? If he wanted to lie, he would have lied about all of it. But since he is admitting to the affair, I think it's just crazy enough to be true. That, one of those is true, but the other one is not. I was having an affair, but I didn't kill her. I can kind of believe that. And it actually makes the story more interesting, because that means that someone else is still out there. There's still a mystery to be solved. The mystery isn't the affair, but that means Elena was scared of something, but it wasn't that. It was something else, I think. I believe him. I believe him on that front, because he already admitted to one dirty deed. Why lie about one but not the other? It's very likely that's probably what happened. I think in that situation, in that case, it seems very much like I think someone saw an opportunity with her death, because that person knew that she was having an affair. Somebody else knew about the affair. Well, that would be Sylvia. Sylvia knew about the affair, so it could be him. Her. It could be her. She could have set it up for some reason. I don't know why. Maybe she was having an affair with the doctor. How many affairs did the doctor have? I don't know. But it could be, because okay, look, what I'm thinking right now is somebody killed Elena for some other reason, but they knew about the affair with Jonathan, so this person knew that if they kill her, they can blame it on him. Why it had to be with a meat cleaver or whatever that mallet was, hammer, makes it feel like it was a very, unless they want to hide her face, and it's not actually her, but apparently it is. So it looks like someone mashed her face in, like mashed potatoes, and it looks to me like that's some kind of angry, you don't spend the time to smash someone's head in like that unless you really mean it. You were really angry at this person. I don't think it's the husband, since he seems to have an alibi. How come we don't see him though? We don't really talk to him yet. It's kind of weird. And I don't think it's I believe Jonathan didn't do it, but he was having an affair. But I think someone used the affair as a way, someone was using that situation that Jonathan had to frame him for what's going on. But the question is who. The dad is also possibly suspicious, although I don't know why. There's nothing to say that the dad has anything to do with it. Franklin? But it could be. We don't know. We don't know yet. Franklin or Sylvia right now are my top suspects. Like I said, I was always thinking it was probably one of the girls at that circle, because they look so innocent, but maybe there was something going on, because they always look innocent, but there's shit going on. Those girls knew everything in town. They knew all the gossip. And Sylvia definitely knew about the affair, since she already said so, which makes her top suspect, actually. I have no idea why the dad would want to do it, or if he was even capable of such a thing, unless he was having an affair with her too. Don't know enough information yet, but we're going to get there. She just called the police. She called the police on him, so they are on the way. And why wouldn't she, right? she's mad. She's angry. She's angry at him, and she has no one to defend him right now. And it actually just benefits her. Like they said, call the police, get him arrested, and now you're on record as saying you called the police on him. Makes you look good in front of your people. You know, depends on who you want to stand by, the father of your child or your friends. You want to go back to those freaking talk circles and all that. I don't need that in my life though, or maybe she does. Is that the life she wants to go back to now? It's never gonna be the same again. But we're gonna find the next episode of Undoing. I'll see you guys there. Very cool. I'm glad he's back actually, because he's an awesome character. And now he gets to be even more interesting with this whole freaking murder plot. Should be interesting to see how they deal with it. They'll deal with it now. I wonder if she will continue the investigation, because maybe she'll believe her husband, even though he had an affair, and he gets arrested for it, so he can't investigate. Maybe she decides that she still wants to. I don't know. The picture is of both of them on the front cover, though. Which to me suggests that it's not going to be just about her. So the two of them are entwined in this plot. They're entwined. So if she's investigating, he's investigating too. Or maybe, well, I don't know. I don't know how that's going to work yet. But he has to be integral to the plot and stay there. Otherwise, why have him on the cover with her, right? Unless it's about how they were once a happy family. But I think that you don't bring him in this way. He's too good not to just sideline him for the rest of the season. But I think she's gonna continue the investigation for him, maybe, and somehow they're gonna unite again and they're gonna work together to solve the rest of the crime or something. Despite the fact that she hates him, it's very just dramatically satisfying for her to say, I am going to solve this crime, because while I believe he had an affair, I don't believe he killed someone, and he's still my husband, even though I don't like him right now. You know, she gets over that a bit, and she decides that she gotta solve this crime to prove to the son, maybe, that his father is a cheating, lying bastard, but he's not a killer. Okay, I'll see you guys in the next one.